Well, welcome back. Today we'll go one step ahead what we have discussed in our last video. That is pedigree analysis, its certain rules and the types of disorders. Okay. तो पहले रिकॉल करते हैं कौन से डिसऑर्डर्स हैं. अगर Y लिंक्ड है तो होलैंड्रिक डिसऑर्डर्स हैं. X लिंक्ड है तो X लिंक्ड डोमिनेंट और X लिंक्ड रिसेसिव. And if autosomal, then autosomal dominant or autosomal recessive. How we are going to just share those rules to decide. First rule क्या था? Whether it is dominant or recessive. How it is dominant or how it is recessive? If suppose affected offsprings has affected parent and it is not skipping the generation, then means it is one hand it is dominant trait. Okay. Now if it is dominant, then we have to apply the second rule to classify whether X-linked dominant or autosomal dominant. If affected males, what is second rule? Affected males has affected mother and all his daughters are affected, then it is X-linked dominant. But if it is not like this, then it is autosomal dominant. So it is not skipping generation and there is no question affected male has affected mother or all his daughter are affected. So it will be X-linked dominant or autosomal dominant based upon second rule. And what is third rule? If it is recessive, then whether it is X-linked recessive or autosomal recessive. See, third rule हमने क्या देखा था? All the affected females have affected father. All the affected females have affected father and all his sons are also affected. Then it is X-linked recessive. And if this condition does not fulfill, then it is autosomal recessive. So we have recalled the laws. पहला skip generation करता है कि नहीं, dominant या recessive. Second, अगर dominant है तो X-linked dominant है या autosomal dominant है. अगर generation skip करता है recessive है तो वो X-linked recessive है या autosomal recessive है. Just see this first question. Within just 2 seconds, you will come to the conclusion that okay, parents affected, offspring affected, no skipping of generation. Definitely ये तो dominant है. Now whether it is autosomal dominant or X-linked dominant, how we are going to find? Simply, if affected male has affected mother and all his daughters are affected, this condition is not observable here. That means it is dominant, it is not skipping generation, but it is not fulfilling the requirement to be considered as X-linked dominant. Agar affected male has affected mother and all his daughters are affected, then only it is X-linked dominant. But it is not skipping the generation, it is dominant, that means it is now autosomal dominant. Okay, now we'll go to the next problem. Just see the problem. Immediately we come to know it is skipping the generation, so it is recessive. Anyhow, it is going to be recessive because it is skipping the generation. Now we have to apply the third rule, whether it is autosomal recessive or X-linked recessive. If it has to be X-linked recessive, what is the condition? All the affected females have affected father and all his sons are affected. But instead of that, here it is skipping the generation, it is recessive. All the affected females doesn't have affected father, and even affected father does not show anywhere here the presence of all his daughters affected. So it is recessive, skipping the generation, and it is autosomal recessive. Okay. Once we see next two problems, you can correlate the rules correctly. Now this is next question. You can see parents are not affected, offspring affected. That means the first condition it is not fulfilling with a dominant. So it is recessive. One hand you come to the conclusion that it is recessive. Now here you can see affected females has affected father and all his daughters should be affected. But here what you can see, only males are affected. Only males are affected mostly. There is nowhere what you call females are affected. It is skipping the generation. That means it is present unanimously in male, so it is only X-linked recessive. Why recessive? Because skipping the generation. Alright, it is skipping the generation. Now this is something different. Here only males have been shown affected. Now you come and see the next case. You will find the same logic what you have seen in the same problem, third problem. See, apply the same logic in the fourth problem. Okay, see. Male is affected. There is generation gap. Affect is not seen. So it is skipping the generation. First hand you come to the conclusion what? It is recessive. Now we have to see whether it is autosomal recessive or X-linked recessive. You can see who are affected here. Only males are affected. Skipping the generation, only males are affected here. Now to fulfill that condition to be autosomal recessive, it is not fulfilling that third rules condition. So it is also X-linked recessive. Now why immediately I can see this is dominant, this is recessive, this is recessive, this is recessive? By applying these three simple rules. Okay, so once again what I will do, I will just repeat the rules and you see by just pausing the video how immediately you can come to the conclusion. Rule number 1, to decide whether it is dominant or recessive. You can see simply it is dominant because what? Rule number 1. Whether it skips the generation or not, or whether the affected offsprings has affected parents or not. So it shows clear that it is not skipping the generation, affected offspring or affected parents. Dominant. Now for second rule, if it is dominant, then whether it is X-linked dominant or autosomal dominant. For that, all the males affected should have affected mother and all his daughters should be affected. Then only it is X-linked dominant. Otherwise, it is autosomal dominant. And what is third rule? अब अगर recessive है तो whether it is X-linked recessive or autosomal recessive. If it has to be X-linked recessive, then affected female should have affected father and all his sons should be affected, mostly male oriented. And if this condition does not fulfill, it is skipping the generation, then definitely it is autosomal recessive. So please recall these three laws, and as I said in the last video, remember the names of the diseases which can be classified into dominant or recessive. So autosomal dominant as per NCERT, myotonia dystrophic. Second, autosomal recessive, this is sickle cell anemia, phenylketonuria, cystic fibrosis and thalassemia. X-linked recessive, obviously hemophilia, the royal disease, and color blindness. Alright, so in this way, these three rules, examples of these diseases, and just to focus within few seconds, just understand dominant or recessive. पहले फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट आपको क्या करना है, डोमिनेंट है क्या रिसेसिव है, इसको डिसाइड करना है. एंड वंस यू डिसाइड इट इज डोमिनेंट और इट इज रिसेसिव, देन मूव फॉर वेदर X-linked डोमिनेंट और autosomal dominant. अगर रिसेसिव है, you go for whether it is autosomal recessive or X-linked recessive. So I wish that this is quite simple topic. We are going to see few more problems in the next video, but I wish you should remember the three rules to classify as well as examples of the diseases, so that if the image is given and number option in option the name of the disease is given, you can easily cope up with that. So I hope you understand the important logic here. Three rules, names of the diseases, apply the logic. Okay, so I wish you understand this. See these problems, read NCERT, see this video once and twice, definitely you will understand and get the confidence to solve the question. So I wish, thank you, thanks for watching.